In this first step, as we begin assembling the ergonomic wraparound desk surfaces, lay the wing on in this case we've set it on the box that it was shipped in, or on a workbench, somewhere upside down and protecting the desk surface. Next, measure from the corner, the main pointed corner of the desktop, of the wing, and measure in 8 inches and 16.5 inches, and mark this with your pencil. Next, take each of the Z brackets, and they're numbered 1 through 4, or if they're not numbered, just make sure you write a number on the one you're using so you can match up each Z bracket with the location you've marked it in. So we're lining it up on the 16.5 inch mark, and we're going to trace the bracket in place. We're going to mark each of our 3 holes, and do the same with the other Z bracket. Again, the holes in the Z brackets may not perfectly match up, so you want to make sure whichever Z bracket you're using in that location is going to be the same one you're using when you screw it down. So you want to keep them straight. Bill, can you put that bracket back on there again? In this particular case, since we're putting this desk surface on the powered height adjustable legs, move your hand, we're skewing the bracket slightly so it doesn't interrupt or interfere with the powered height adjustable desk leg frame. So what we actually did is we laid the wing of the desk on the desk frame and traced the line, or traced the line along where the desk frame was, so we knew where we could position the bracket that it wouldn't interfere. This is not necessary with the manual height adjustable legs, as they do not interfere. Okay, so now we can remove our brackets, and we're going to pre-drill the holes, and we want to ideally put a piece of tape or something on your drill bit at the 1 1/4 inch mark from the drill bit, so you know how deep to drill without drilling through the desk surface. Go ahead and pre-drill the holes, and we're using an 1/8 inch drill bit. Okay, so we've actually got these holes pre-drilled, as you see. We're drilling 1 1/4 inches deep for the number 12 1 1/4 inch screws. And finally, we put our brackets in place and screw them down. We are going to place the ergonomic wraparound desk on powered height adjustable legs. So first, bring the 2 wing sections and set those on the 2 outside corners of the powered height adjustable legs. Notice the pointy part of the triangle faces towards the back corner of the desk. So in this step, whoever's going to be using the desk, you want them to come in and you're going to adjust the width of the desk. The wings are adjustable by sliding them in or out towards the center of the desk. So Bill, can you demonstrate? So if we want to make the middle section narrower for someone in a narrower chair, or maybe in an office chair, we can bring both sections in, and we're going to always keep them equidistant. Or for myself, we're going to bring them out, and we're going to have them adjusted to approximately 1 inch wider than my wheelchair armrests. In this case, when I pull in, I like to swing my joystick controller out to the side. So I'm going to have the joystick controller swing out to the side. Bill, would you measure? How wide are we here?
About 33 inches.
Oh, with the extra inch on each side. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to pull into place just to make sure we've kind of got the right spacing. Let's lower the desk down, Bill, just a little bit. Okay. And if you can bring that side out. There we go. So we've got about 1 inch on this side, and we've got just about 1 inch on the other side, pretty close to about there. And I can do a test, pulling in and pulling out, making sure I can do so easy enough, and that seems to work for me. So at this point, we just need to set both wings that they're both equidistant. They're both sticking out the outside edges the same. So this side here, Bill, let's bring this out just a little bit. And we were looking for about 33.5 inches between the two wings for me. And so once we kind of find, we can measure along the outside edge on both sides. And then we're going to measure the middle section, which now we should have about 33.5 inches. You want to confirm that, Bill? Yes, we do.
About 32.5, so
we're going to bring it out just a little bit more. And if you could confirm that. And there we go. We have our bottom wing sections all set. So now we can screw them down to the desk surface. So just before we screw them down, Bill, could you verify that we have them we have them slid forward and backward where we want them? That the back edge of the wing is sitting flush, on the back edge of the wing, between the window, that it's sitting flush with the bracket. Okay, there we go. And then on the inside corners, towards the back corner, we want to make sure you just look down the length of it. You can see that if it all looks straight and even. So we adjusted that slightly. And you can always verify that everything is straight and even by measuring the two wings, both on the front corners of the space in the middle and along the back corners. So let's double check that one more time, Bill, and make sure we're all square, that both the front and the back, right up here in the middle spacing. There we go. That we are at the same measurements, and is the back corner the same? I'm assuming it will be. Yes?
a little narrower
in the back. Okay, so we need to do a small adjustment. Alright. Just kind of look over everything, make sure it's lined up. And then we should be ready to screw these two wing sections down to the desk underneath. In this case, so we're going to use the smaller screws, and we're going to first pre-drill our holes underneath onto the legs using a 1/8 inch drill bit for the number 12 screws, or something slightly smaller for the smaller wood screws. And first pre-drill the holes, and then go ahead and screw them into place. Last step is to place the main desk section on top of the Z-brackets. Line it up so the back edges are lined up with the two outside wings, using a short straight edge, a ruler, or anything with a straight edge. And we're simply lining up the four corners so that everything lines up with the two wing sections below. Finally, once you have everything lined up, screw the top main desk section to the bottom Z brackets using the included number 12 1 inch and a quarter screws. The last step is to position the controls for the desk where they're easy to reach for the person who's going to be using them. In this case, I kind of like them right here. We're going to keep them flush with the front edge so it's easy to manipulate the buttons. Go ahead and screw that into place, Bill. With the controls in place, we can test them out, make sure we can raise and lower our desk. Go ahead, Bill. Raise it up a little bit. And it's working. That's good. And now we're ready to start using our desk and enjoying the benefits of better body mechanics and better ergonomics with less pain and discomfort.